We're back. Hi, everyone. I'm one of your hosts, Nicole, and I'm here with our other lovely hosts, Lunga
Hi.
and Brana
Hello.
and Gabby.
Hey guys.
And we're back for the newest series and season of Love Island, which premieres on Monday, June 3rd in the UK and on Hulu on Saturday, the 11th. So look out for that when you stream it at home. Before the season kicks off, we're excited to do an episode where we chat through all of what happened to the previous season couples, all of the all-star couples. We did some predictions in the last episode about how long they would last. We're going to check and see how well we did on that. And we're going to talk through the newly released cast of this season and give our little tea on who they are and some fun facts about each of them. But before we do, I wanted to check in with the hosts. Hey everyone, tell us what happened since we last chat, or if you have anything going on in the future. What's going on?
The last few months, I feel like they just flew by, and here we are. It's almost June, and it's almost Love Island season, which is the best time of the year. I'm excited for the summer to have Love Island back in our lives. I'm also excited. I'm going on a little trip in a few weeks, actually going to the UK, to London, to see Taylor Swift perform at Wembley. And yeah, I'm just excited for a summer of fun.
Yay. And you can stalk the former cast and get them on their show.
Who knows? Maybe I'll see them.
Yes, please.
I'll go next. I'll keep it short and sweet. Nothing too exciting is happening for me, but I'm hoping that in the summer things get better for me.
We hope that for you too, Linga.
Aw, Linga. I don't really have that many crazy things, but today, fun fact, I started irrigating again. You all know that we planted in August last year. So it's been like the grapevines went through a whole winter and then they woke up again and now we're irrigating today. So it's been really fun. Like a lot of them, there's a lot that are dead, but a lot of them did survive. So it's really exciting thing for me.
So the grapes are back just in time for Love Island too. Perfect.
Just in time.
Yeah, my update is I did all of my travel over the winter. Actually, I went to Tokyo this past February and I ran the Tokyo Marathon, and that was my big travel. And so now I get to chill at home in the sun here and watch Love Island with you all.
Lovely. Yeah, Nicole just casually a marathon runner. No big deal. No big
Casually
deal.
No,
goes to
no big deal.
Tokyo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I'm not watching Love Island.
All right, so now we're going to check in on what happened to all the couples from last season and hear our predictions. And I can't wait to see. I honestly have so few memory of what we said, so I can't wait to see what we predicted and how right and wrong we were. So we're going to kick it off with, of course, our winners, Molly and Tom. And we did predict that they would go all the way and stay together for quite some time. And they still are. So go us for predicting that. They're still together, still holding on strong. It's been a few months now at this point. So can't wait to see what happens. Yeah.
I cannot believe that they're still together. What?
And they're like still posting on TikTok. They're doing like cringy, like pranking each other videos and to the gym together stuff. It's very very cute.
Really? I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I feel like Tom's like pretty wifed up.
Yeah.
They're like that in personality. Like they were like that in their last relationships too. So I'm not surprised. So they have not popped up on my feed in a very long time. So are people still putting Callum like with Molly at all?
I feel like
I haven't seen that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And now it's, yeah, Tom is, I feel like he's no longer, he was the man on the streets with Casey. And Callum is now the man on the streets with Casey.
We love to
And
see it.
Kaz.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kaz.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good group.
Yep. And then moving on to the next couple, we had Toby and Georgia S. And let's hear what we said about them. Toby and
Yeah.
Georgia, 3 months max is what I'm giving them. I think Georgia S made the
3
biggest
months.
mistake of her life by not carrying on with Callum
100%.
because he was so into her. He would have given her a girlfriend label by the end of the season if they would have carried on. Wow. And just as predicted, they broke up just 1 month after Love Island was over. I think we all saw that coming clearly. No surprises there. And I know we had discussed this randomly the last few weeks. Haven't even seen Georgia S at all in our feed.
No,
Where'd she go?
she's hiding.
I think so
Yeah.
too. And
Yeah.
Toby's out on the streets with Kaz and the whole crew too. He has no shame. He's right back at it.
Yep. He's back where he belongs.
Yeah, I will say, I think it was funny though that we were like, they're not going to last long, maybe 3 months, and literally 1 month. It took them not even a full month. And I
Wow.
bet you they broke up sooner than a month and then just announced it like 1 month later because they were too embarrassed. Honestly, like, man, they did not last it.
Thing for me is I think the reason why Toby, I don't know the guy, but we all know how I feel about the guy. I think for him that because him and Georgia didn't leave, let's say boyfriend and girlfriend, and he left that when they left last season as a very like open-ended, like, yeah, we're together. So for them to like end things, he doesn't feel what his behavior is unjustified because they'll just be like, but she wasn't my girlfriend. And so I think that's how he just can continue doing because he's just, I've only had one girlfriend. So, but it's also who's to know how he even treated Chloe, but he's just constantly just like making that excuse of, I'm going to do whatever because she wasn't my girlfriend. He did it with Silly as well. It's just what he does. It's his like MO because he's just for
Definitely.
the streets.
He's
I
for the streets.
forgot that they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. I almost thought that they were at the very end. No,
Didn't he
because
say like exclusive or something, like something elusive?
yes, that's what happened. He was waiting to ask her to be the girlfriend until the show was over. Ugh, what a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably saw like their image on the outside because that also could be what two people for the streets do. They're like, okay, does this look good on the outside? And then they probably will just, yeah, no, people were like like joking about Georgia. And remember, there was a time she was also trending with whatever, all her like spoiled brat ways. And then I think also for her with Toby, she was just, I mean, who knows what happened on the Toby side, or maybe she finally saw he was an F-boy, which we could have told you that. But I mean, it is what it is, and no one's surprised. And please don't
And-
bring Toby back again.
Oh my gosh, I was just gonna say that. Please don't bring Toby back. I was literally just gonna say that. I do not want to see him again. Sorry, Toby, if you're listening. We'd love to
No,
have you
not
on.
Toby.
You don't need to apologize to the man.
But we would have you on the podcast though, Toby.
All right, moving on to Callum and Jess. Our prediction was that they would break up soon after the season, and that's also exactly what happened. And they had a messy split as well. There was a lot of like bad mouthing each other and some drama in the
Wait.
press.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh, I never saw that.
yeah,
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Callum left with someone in the club. It's a whole
Uh-huh.
thing.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
It was
Okay,
but
all-
then
so Callum was in the wrong then.
Who knows, right?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
all over Langa's favorite news source, Daily Mail.
Exactly. And for Love Island, I also like The Sun. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess they got in a like tiff at a big like Love Island event too, and that's how the drama started. But then after all of the rumors came out that, oh, he left with a different girl and started like seeing someone else pretty soon after, he like clapped back and was like, Jess didn't want to make things official when we left. And so I thought I was free. Anyway, they're going back and forth. It's not amicable. It's not sweet between those two.
They were not compatible. They were not compatible. They were just enjoying their time while they could. And there really wasn't that good of an option for Callum or the other girl. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
I low-key still ship Sophie and Callum.
100%. Yes. It's so crazy because we fell in love with Sophie from the socials. Her
Yeah, not
personality-
not hers exactly, not who she is on the show. Her voice is, oh my God, but she seems just so fun and such a baddie on like social media. So that kind of makes up for whatever, like the Love Island persona of hers.
Yeah. Speaking of Sophie and Josh, let's hear our prediction for them.
I think someone that's not gonna last long is Josh and Sophie. I don't think they're gonna last long. I really don't.
No.
1 month. 1
Oh
month
my
max.
God. We were so wrong. As
Wow.
far as we know, they're still together.
And living life and going on vacations. They're going on vacations over vacation. And he's obsessed with her.
Wow.
Remember why we had predicted that though? Because Josh was definitely a guy for the streets and
Yeah.
we didn't see that he was going to be loyal, but I guess he is.
Oh, and my favorite thing about Josh are his eyes. I know Claire, my boyfriend's daughter, finds his eyes like too stark and scary, but I was like, oh my gosh, I find the best thing about Josh for me are his eyes. That's it.
That's
Agreed.
interesting.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm like shipping them now that they're together and we see them on social. Like I think when they left the season, we were like, I'm not sure about her and him, but now that we
Yeah.
see them, like I feel like I get it.
Yeah. And he seems obsessed with her as the guy should be.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Do
Because
you
also
guys think,
Sophie's not for the streets,
oh, true. Do you guys think they're gonna get married?
girl.
I don't know about that. I'm not giving them that much.
Oh, I don't care if
It's
they
still
get married,
fresh.
but I'd love to see what their babies look like.
Oh, yay.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
Same. Imagine like Sophie's face and like
Oh.
Josh's eyes.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
It's too much. Would be
Yeah,
so cute.
too much.
They can make a kid now. That would be great.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, the next couple, totally forgot about them, Arabella and Adam.
Literally forgot
Uh,
about them.
Forgot about them completely. We didn't have a prediction for them, but I think we could have predicted that they broke up only 5 weeks later. And they stayed out of
Okay.
the radar ever since.
I'm sorry. This whole time I was like, who is Adam? And then it just came to me in my brain. I remember Adam now. I
Enough said.
forgot they were together.
Point taken there, Gabby. Exactly.
Yeah.
The next couple was Anton and Georgia H. Much chaos that they brought to us last season. And let's hear what we predicted.
I'm actually speculating that the Anton Georgia situation is going to last longer than we expect and the public
Gotcha.
expects, but mostly out of stubbornness. So I think
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
going to last a bit longer. I would say maybe 6-ish months is my.
Okay.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, they broke up just a few months after Love Island. I feel like 2 months later, we got news that they broke up, and
Thank
I guess
goodness.
I guess his mom probably just didn't like her very much either.
He was released out into the world for someone to cherish and love.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's gonna be a good partner, I think. He grew on me a lot, but he was a simp a little bit, and I know a lot of girls can't take that. I couldn't, not that much, but you can appreciate and love it and wish it upon your other friends, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's going to be someone that adores that for him out there.
But I think for Georgia as well, I think she obviously, unfortunately for her, is she generally does F boys. Josh, who else she picked like throughout this season, that she was more attracted to that. And then eventually she's let me try Anton. So
Casey.
and Casey, yes. So it's like being like those are the kind of guys she's usually drawn to. And I think she was like, let me see with Anton. So I'm hoping for her, there's someone who can give her a bit of what she wants, but also like still treats her well. Because I do think that she has like really good intentions and she didn't want to hurt Anton's feelings. And I think she also was like low-key, like definitely giving him a try, but also you could also feel how she was forcing herself because it was like weeks and weeks and then she was like, fine.
Yeah.
totally.
Oh, that's a good point, Lenga. It almost felt to me like she was like giving herself a chance, but she didn't really want to be there with Anton. But it also the pressure from the villa, it was so strong because Anton was so liked by everybody, especially at the beginning and as the show went on. So yeah, she must have had a hard time, and especially because she wasn't really like getting any other connection with anyone else. So it's either stay with a really nice guy that's pursuing you and like really cares about you that you could potentially like, or you just like dump him and then probably go home the next week.
Totally. Some of our other faves from last season who did not end up in any couples, but we've been checking in on. We have our girl Lib, and she might have a boyfriend, might have something going on there.
Yeah.
Um,
I saw a TikTok where she said she was going to pick her parents up from the airport and they were going to meet her her new
okay.
person. And it was like
Really?
new thing for her. So she gave no details, of course. So we don't know who this person is and how long they've been together, but good for her.
Yeah.
That's a big step.
Definitely. Yeah, and then we have our girl Kaz, who we all loved, and yeah, as we mentioned, she's been out on the streets with Callum and Casey
And Toby.
Toby, yeah, she's doing her thing, and hope she's having a good time.
Yeah.
And then Chris, who was controversial character last season, he's going to be hosting the new After Sun podcast. So
Oh.
he got
Why?
the job.
Hmm.
He's a boy with a job. So
Yeah.
good for him.
We can give him that, at least he's a big personality. Let's see how well he does at hosting. But yeah, he's a comedic relief for sure.
Yep.
I don't know if I really liked his personality, so I can't be listening to that, to be honest. I can't have the humor that he put out there, the vibes. I don't know. I just didn't like it. So I'm not a Chris fan. But Chris, if you want to come on our podcast, welcome.
Yeah, I agree. I think he left a lot to be desired, I guess, just based on the way he switched so quick with the Arabella stuff and how everything was like a joke and a game. So I guess maybe fine, because now he can just be a showman. That's what he was doing the entire time. So I guess go off to him.
Yeah.
True. He was
Yeah.
the host all along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an actor.
He was auditioning the whole
actor!
time.
You're an actor.
You liar.
Yep. And then last but not least, our girl Eve. So we all know Jess didn't find her happily ever after with Callum. And Eve is now dating someone named Demi Sims, who is an actor from Only Way is Essex.
Yeah.
UK.
She came out on the podcast too and was like, "Hey, I'm dating her." So it was like a big deal. So
Great.
good for her.
Good for her.
Who is Eve?
This is the stat, Gabby. That's hilarious.
Mike's drop.
She was literally there for a second, but Jess's twin, we remember her
Oh.
only as the twin.
I am dead.
Okay.
Now it's time for us to talk about the latest Love Island cast, since they dropped an amazing trailer and we got to learn about, thanks to the joys of the internet, we get to learn more about who we're going to be watching this summer. I think it's really nice that they drop the trailers. I think it's very exciting because we get to do like our own research, and it keeps things like exciting and to know who is going to keeping us company for the entire summer. And I think in my general opinion is it's really nice that they've put in a bunch of different people and it looks a little diverse, which is always my comment on this. But I think it's also nice, for example, one of the people, Munvia, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. It's also very rare that Love Island tends to bring, I'm assuming he's Indian. I don't know if he's Indian, Southeast Asian. I don't know what the race is, but it's very rare. So I think that's really cool that he's there. And he's actually apparently like the oldest Love Island person on like right now, because he's 30, because apparently that's old these days.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I actually think he also is, I don't know what everyone else does, but I actually think like for a change, when someone's like what their job is, I'm like, okay, so he actually has a real job. And so he's like a recruiter at Bain, which is like one of the really big four, whatever the people, consulting people like to do. But he's like a recruiter there. So I'm just like, okay, what did he tell them at Bain that he was going to be doing for the next 3 months? Yeah, so I thought that's pretty exciting. I'm excited to see him. I looked at his Instagram, which also he looks like very like he looks hot, but I'm also hoping it's
Oh.
not like a midi where it's just edited sort of things. And yeah, and then I think the first person I think was Samantha. She's, I feel like, no offense to her, but she's very, for me, she's giving very typical Love Island girly, and she's like a makeup artist, which is fine. But again, we've seen a version of her before, so not exciting for me. And then Ao, the guy, Ao, not sure, but also him, apparently, and he's, unfortunately for me, like when I was looking him up, I know that they're like, he's a model and also some sort of like a footballer, which we've seen time and time again on Love Island is a red flag, because Toby was a footballer, Tom is a footballer. Yeah, it's too much. So I don't know. But he does say he's not for the streets. From what I read, he actually says that he likes to be inside, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, it's interesting. The first impression I got from him was like, oh, he's like kind of cutesy. He doesn't seem like he's got a lot of ego so far. But also he then mentioned that he was like 6'5" or something crazy like
And
that.
finance,
And
not blue eyes, but no blue eyes.
Something like that. But like that also, I feel, is the thing that if guys have going for them, they get all of the ladies. So we'll see how it plays out for him in the season. But I don't know. First impression, I was good for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the guys so far that I mentioned.
Yeah. Then next we have Nicole. She is 24. She's Welsh, and I learned she's an account manager, which is like so vague. And she's what they're calling the pocket rocket in the villa this season. She's cute and little and feisty. And from what I gathered from her, she is for the streets. So we'll see. I feel like she'll bring some spice to the villa and hopefully stir some drama that'll be entertaining for us. Then we have Patsy. She's 29, so also an elder in the villa. Her job is she's an office admin. And her shtick that I learned about her is that she actually has a disability called Ebb's palsy. I learned that it's something that happens after birth and had something to do with your upper body. I'm sure she'll explain it in much better detail than I am when we actually see the show, but it'll be interesting to see what that means. I feel like it's good that Love Island is trying to branch out and have more people with different types of like disabilities.
Yeah.
A few years ago, they had Tasha who had a hearing aid and things like that. So I thought that was interesting. And then our next guy is Kieran. He's 21, so he's a little baby.
Oh no.
And he is also Welsh, and he is a surveyor. I tried to Google what that meant today. Something to do with construction.
I know what those are.
Or like a quantity surveyor.
No, like a land surveyor.
Like
right?
land, yes.
I had a
Yeah,
land
but that's-
surveyor in our land. So that's the only reason I know what they do. They walk around and have a
They
little
measure, yeah. I
Yes, they
think in
measure.
South Africa, it's called a quantity surveyor. It's the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah. They're the
Yeah.
ones that randomly bring those things and they
Yes.
measure like how far something is from, and it's like an invisible ruler.
Yes.
Got it.
It's like
Yeah.
a whole equipment, a whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so that's his job. And I learned about him. It's okay that he's 21 because he likes older women. And he dated a 42-year-old when he was
Oh.
18. So it's giving Anne Hathaway the idea of you. I was like, wow, okay. 42 and 18.
It's given
Wow.
50 Shades of Grey.
It's given something. It will be interesting to see how he gets on with all of the ladies. 'cause, yeah.
Unfortunately, no 42-year-old.
No.
30 might as well be 42 at Love Island Villa.
Yeah.
True.
So yeah.
Oh, so the one person that I looked up that had a lot of tea already was Harriet. If that's how you say her name. All the girls look similar, like Patsy, Harriet, Samantha, Nicole. I don't mean to generalize, but they do look very similar just from that one picture
Mhm.
that we have like in front of us. But yeah, so Harriet, she had a video on TikTok go viral. In the TikTok, she's basically like getting not in a fight, but in an altercation with somebody. So like this person pulled out her phone and started recording her while she was getting upset with her. really like no details on the video, not many details on the video. The only thing that I gathered was that she was talking of defending her brother, something that was like the lady was accusing her brother and she started getting upset and she even slaps the phone in the
Wow.
video.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So Harriet is absolutely bringing the drama this season. Another thing that came out later, I think last week, was that she had a boyfriend. A lot of fans are saying that they knew that she had a boyfriend outside the villa and that they were confused as to why she was going on the show. But then Harriet then later came out and was like, no, that was my ex-boyfriend. We still keep in touch, blah, blah, blah. Who knows if that's true? Yeah, we're very
Sus.
suspicious. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Okay.
I don't know. So then another person, Jess. Oh, I thought Jess was interesting. She went through this like whole body program thing and lost a ton of weight in the last 6 months. And she looks incredible. She looked incredible before, but right now she's like in the such good shape. It's crazy. She didn't really talk much about the program, but I know she went through it, and looking at her before and after pictures, it was really cool to see like all she accomplished. But it was all done because of the show, because she knew she was coming on the show and she was
Wow.
trying to get ready.
Oh.
That's commitment. That's
I-
crazy.
Yeah, I often wonder about what people do before they get on the show, but that sounds interesting. Maybe I need to follow what she's doing.
It doesn't sound too healthy, right?
Yeah.
6 months, it feels too fast, but maybe, who knows? We need to learn more about it.
Well,
Just
She's
curious.
also a retail manager, and that's all I learned from Jess.
Okay.
Okay, the other person that I had and found basically nothing on is Sean Stone. Oh, he actually, I did find something. He runs a sweet firm. So he sells sweets, and he started this during the pandemic.
oh,
And
wow.
apparently it's going really well for him. So sweets and desserts and stuff, not desserts, little candies.
Oh.
It's interesting.
Oh.
Well,
Sweets
Oh
is
my
candy.
gosh.
So you
Yes.
use the right word, because sweets is candy in
Oh
like
my
South
gosh.
Africa and the UK. So you were right.
I'm just
Okay.
imagining all of the jokes that are come from that. Remember the fish jokes with
Oh my gosh.
before? The sweets jokes are gonna happen this season, I bet.
Totally.
Guys, I looked up Sean in social media, and he has 13 pictures on Instagram, which
That's a green flag for me.
oh my God, I was gonna say that. What a red freaking flag.
No,
Oh my
green. No,
The
I'm saying
own-
green. It's a green
I-
flag.
I said on my notes, I said, how suspicious.
Oh, that's
13
funny.
pictures. Like, he must have gone on a deleting spree, right? Like,
Totally.
Or
I
maybe
think
he's
they
not
do.
active on social media.
I think they
Totally.
do clean up their socials, at
For
least the
sure.
ones that aren't officially like curating their image that are already influencers. I think the normies are like, oh, I don't want my sister in this post, or I don't want so and my ex-girlfriend found or whatever. So
Totally.
But
I get
I-
it, but I get what you're saying too, Gabby. You want more info,
well,
please.
no, I just thought weird. He had 8,000 followers already, which maybe people are already following him from the show.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting how he only had, and it was so curated. Like, one was the sweets picture. That's the only reason I knew he had a sweets firm. And then the other, it was just so interesting. Like, they were so curated. So yeah, but I
Yeah.
agree with Lenga. It is a green flag when a man is not like deep in the weeds in social media, especially like
Mhm.
Instagram, where it's so picture heavy. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, so I got the tea on Ronnie. Honestly, at first impressions, I was like, who is this man? Why is he in the mix? But then again, I found out he's a semi-professional footballer. So you
Mm.
have a type. Here we go. He's 27, so he's also older in terms of the normal cast.
Mm.
He is friends with former contestant Olivia Atwood from season 3. Actually, he's with her and her husband, now husband. And yeah, I'm guessing she was the connect to get him in the season. We'll see. I'm not getting much from him.
Mhm.
Mimi, on the other hand, Seems
Oh,
like such a bubbly personality, got a lot just from her video and her chatting. She seems great. She's 24 from Portsmouth. She's a
what a
mental
cutie.
health nurse, such an interesting job. And she actually
Ooh.
applied because she was like, there's not enough diversity on Love Island. I want to put myself up for it. I don't know if I'll
Yeah.
make it, but I want to see if this goes well. And she got in. So
I love that.
props to
Which
her.
is true about Love Island.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, I'm excited for her because I also think it was funny because I watched the video where obviously the last Zimbabwean who came on was Tanya. And as much as she's a little bit better now because now she obviously her and Shaq are together and it seems like things are going well. But let's never forget how she
Mm.
treated our boy Shaq.
Exactly. We had such bad things to say. The girl was great. She was just very immature, I think.
Yes,
Now,
but I
from
agree.
now she's grown up so much. It's like, how could we not like her? She feels very fun and cool and bubbly and cool. She's just awesome. I
Yeah.
really like her.
No, I agree. I am excited to see another African Black person. It's just so nice to see. And I'm so glad that she put herself out there because I'm all for having more Black people on Love Island.
Yeah, and she's stunning. And she seems like a great personality. So I'm excited
yeah.
to see more of her.
Yeah.
Sam, who I'm also excited to see more of, definitely got more of the bad guy look. But he's 23 from Chesterfield, and he's a hairstylist. And he, before Love Island, got a big following on Instagram because he does the hair transformations and he does it for the guys, but then he also does blowouts for the girls and shows what they look like. And anyway, I'm seeing this man. I'm like, okay, he's like all tatted up. He's very rugged looking, but he's got this cool, I can play with your hair side. I don't know. I think the girls are really gonna like him.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Maybe he
guys,
can do someone's hair.
I bet you there's always a designated hair person in this show.
It's true.
Yeah.
And now it's him. So we'll
Yeah.
see, yeah, what kind of looks he gives people.
Yeah. So I'm curious to hear what your like top two, like guy and girl are. I can start with mine already. I know that it's Mimi because she's so bubbly and cute and just I don't know. I really like how she comes off first impressions. And I like that she's a nurse. I have a nurse, my dad's a nurse. I really that. And then Sam, because we don't have good options for men. I don't know who to pick. I don't know. I feel like Sam has the most like cool guy, even though I don't really like that many tattoos. I think he pulls it off. What about you guys?
I'm
I
like
like-
surveying, trying to pick.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I was watching the video, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was Samantha who had the Scouse accent that sounds
Mhm.
like
Hannah.
Hannah from last season. Oh my gosh, and the accent just makes the show. So I'm really excited to hear her accent come out and be silly with the group.
Oh, I'm
So
excited for that.
I'm excited about that. And yeah, I feel like mine are the same. I really Sam just from learning a little bit more about him. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see more of Manveer just from what we talked about and his vibe. Yeah, I'm actually pleasant. I know I said this before, the guys weren't giving, but now that we talked about them, I'm like, okay, the guys are giving a little. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Kieran gets on with the older ladies since he's, I think, the youngest. He's only 21. So I'm curious to see how that'll go. And then, yeah, I think from the girls, I feel like Mimi definitely seems like she'll have a cute personality. And then also interested in learning more about Patsy and her disability and all of that. I think that'll be interesting.
Who does Patsy remind you of? Does she remind you guys of anybody?
Mm.
Ooh, who was the
That girl that got married recently.
Oh,
Okay, let's come back to it because I can't remember the girl that got married.
The Love Island person who just got married?
Yes. Yes, she was
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
Eastern.
Tanyelle.
Yeah, exactly. Does she not look just like Tanyelle?
I don't know.
oh, I can't see it yet, but I get what you're saying.
In that picture.
Could
In
be,
that
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
Definitely.
Okay,
She-
Alana, what are your top two?
I will pick Mimi, Munir, and Io. Just because. Munir, because also he's the one person who actually has a job, which is surprising on this show. So I'm also just being like, this guy took off PTO. So if this is where he's going to spend his time, I'm assuming he might make good use to it, whether he ends up being an F-boy because that's what he wants to do with his time off, or maybe he is actually just there to like actually spend some like proper time getting to know people.
The other fun fact I learned about Manveer is that he's besties with Piers Morgan's son,
Interesting.
which is an
okay.
interesting tie.
So maybe he's like posh, but
He
also
could
not,
be.
but not posh and rude, I hope, because Piers Morgan is
Hopefully.
very rude. And that's probably a person we'll never have on the podcast.
So we can say that. Yeah.
The thing about these people is they're all really good looking. So it's hard to always pick at the beginning who we like, and their accents play such a big role into like my favorites. So now that you're saying Samantha has that accent, I'm like really excited about her.
The Scouse accent, I can't even do it, but like it's
It's
so funny.
so good. It's
Mhm.
just so good. I love it so much.
Now that everybody's heard about our favorite people, how about everybody follow us on our socials or find us and comment on and just let us know, and maybe tag us in anything Love Island related, other people's posts, tag Proper Chat Pod, and let us know. Even in the contestants posts, just let us know who of the contestants that are coming on the show are your favorites, because like we'd like to know, and we'd like to know why, but also we like knowing that there's people out there that are thinking of us when we're not talking on the pod.
Thinking of us and liking our content.
Thank you for joining us on Proper Chat. What a fun hangout it's been tonight. Now you can continue to hang out with us. Every night, one of us is going to be on the socials, just waiting for a DM from you or comment to come our way. So we all have full-time jobs, and this is like our really fun thing that we do in the side. So we're excited to connect with people like you guys and make friends with people like us that are just as obsessed as we are with Love Island. So make sure to follow us on Proper Chat Pod on both Instagram and TikTok, and let us know what content you've enjoyed in the past and what you want to see in the future. We'd love your feedback. And also, if you've enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to give us a 5-star rating and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube so you don't miss any of our future podcasts. Your rating really matters to us, and it keeps us excited to continue making content for you guys. So until next time, stay proper and stay chatting.
See you next week.